we
a
go.
Blessing.
Oh,
Certainly a
super
blessing
cute.
for us. Okay, here we go. Start your engines. It has become tradition at this point in every show with which I host with Valerie, which is always a privilege and an honor. But in each of these shows, if possible, our planners are gracious enough to give us one of the new collections of greenery from Valerie Parr Hill. Now that changes every season. There's often a beautiful one for Easter and spring. There are some autumnal ones for harvest. And then there is always the grand collection for Christmas time. This is that collection. It is a reminder of collections of the past, but in my opinion, even better. It is berries, it is pine, and my favorite, I have like this gorgeous, I'll keep it forever, garland that's all eucalyptus that you did one year. It's so, so pretty.
Oh.
This is the combination of eucalyptus, pine, berry, and pine cone, if I can throw that in. In no case is it over $55. And the one case that it is $55, it's a Christmas tree, which we rarely have in the collections. It's usually everything else that you see here and not the tree.
It's true.
So I'm going to walk you through what your choices are. However, as we go through, it almost always happens that we start scaling the table down because what we have is spread across so many different choices, and we'll take it from front to back. So we have our garland here, and the garland, of which I only have 900, here we go, is 4 feet long. I'm going to give you the price on everything. $49.98. That is a $10 easy pay. So if you're doing doorway, you're doing something other than maybe the mantle or a table, you may want to think multiples on that one. Okay, so we will take it up to here where the wreath is. I was afraid of that.
Isn't it beautiful?
550 in the wreath. That will go very quickly. The wreath is 24 inches around, $49.98. There is nothing that you need to add to this unless you want to put some twinkle lights on there, but honestly, I think it's done. It's gorgeous. Okay, this to me is where the value gets a little bit wacky because the picks at $32.98, and I have how many? Okay, it's a little better. 1,200, but they're very popular because of what you're seeing. When we say pick, we don't mean one scrawny little strand of green. It is like you took a quarter section of the wreath and made it into a segment. Really, that's what you did.
Beautiful. They're really generous.
Okay, the tree. There are only 500 of the tree. I want 12 of these. Okay, I'm gonna have to behave myself. The tree is $54.98. The tree has an $11 easy pay. It has the burlap base to it. It is complete.
There's the burlap base, and it's weighted. The bottom of the tree has really nice weight, so when it sits, it really, it's not going to topple.
That is the tree for a one-bedroom apartment. That is the tree for assisted living. That's the tree for a dorm room.
Yes.
Okay.
Great idea.
And then every year prior to this year, I have been forced to call these candle rings. And I go kicking and screaming into it because I go, but it's a mini wreath too.
No longer.
Yeah, no longer.
You get, there is your mini wreath.
Okay.
And you get two.
And you get two. That's ridiculous. All right. So no, I don't think it's a 12-inch wreath. So you get one, the mini wreath, right? 12, okay. So it's one.
It's one.
Well, I can't wear two, Valerie.
No.
$39.98. And I'm sorry, how many?
You're right. It is one.
850 of those in the mini wreath.
So,
okay.
And what you can do with that mini wreath is it's a delightful accompaniment to if you have our 12-inch oversized ribbed mercury glass hurricane. This is the larger version. It drops in there so beautifully. Isn't that great? Like there's your centerpiece. Boom, done.
It's so lush.
It really is. It's gorgeous. And you know what's so beautiful? Come to the wreath because I want to share with you. Thank you for qualifying on the wreath. We wanted to show one hung and one as that centerpiece. But it's pine. Look at how large and generous these pine cones are, and they're frosted. Look at this juniper. This juniper berry. I want you to see that is exactly what it looks like in nature. It's that blue undertone with that little bit of white on top. The red berries, we've given them just a hint of glistening. The eucalyptus, the long needle pine. There is so much going on here, and I didn't even get to these sweet little clusters of twigs. There are 1, 2, 3 of them. them where it's 3 little twigs that are bound together and they are tucked. It's a woodland inspired.
Actually, do me a favor. This is not the sexy shot, but I wanted to see the back of it.
Yes, like it is a double wire. Double because it required 2 layers for us to bring you. Do you see how there's an inner ring and an outer ring?
And isn't that
but
styrofoam?
That's how we do this.
Yes. Please enjoy how lush and abundant these 4 picks are, because again, I think you figured it out. I know how popular the picks are right now. But this in and of itself, I didn't realize until Valerie told me that the way that they are laid out on the centerscape of that table is just the set of 4 picks.
It's picks.
Set in between all of the hurricanes.
And the garland, we love our garland, and the garland is on the mantle, and the garland is in the chandelier with the aid of one sweet little pick that helped me join the little open space to the back, because a 4-inch garland did not quite fill the entire chandelier. But how lovely is that? Can you imagine your little, get little frosted candles if you can, the little candlelight candles at, I don't know, Home Depot or Lowe's or Walmart, and it just transforms the look of your chandelier. But you're right, Jen, and the beauty of the picks on the table is you are able to have an opening wherever you need one. And literally, we are just laying them in between these gorgeous starry night hurricanes.
Okay, so we flashed the information really quickly of the wreath hangers on your screen. Valerie's got one here too. It's that miracle sticky that doesn't leave any sticky residue onto your glass or your walls, right? So if you want to hang, and there's only 1,000 of those, but you get a set of them.
But that's what we've used to hang the wreath.
And that's what I've used to hang wreaths on almost every mirror in my home during the holidays, because then you just peel it right off at the end of the season.
You peel it and you stick it. We've frosted the glass, so you don't see the reflection of the lights. But how easy is that?
1,500 picked up. These are always fun, but always kind of challenging, because I want to spend 5 minutes talking about the tree. I want to spend 5 minutes talking about the garland. I want to spend 5 minutes. But because it is so rare to have a tree in the collection, I feel like I have to just pause here for a minute.
Yes.
Because it isn't just, a 2-foot tall faux tree. Look at all of the differentiated, it's pre-decorated for you. We have the pine cone, we have the branches, the twigs, the oversized berries, the eucalyptus, the burlap base to it. And when you think about the cost of like a 2 or 3 foot tree with nothing of that and just the little wonky wire base to it, such a value. So if you want to have one in your home office, or you have a business somewhere and you want to have a little Christmas tree in there too. Anyway, so many choices, never enough time. Right now, it seems like the most popular order has been placed on the picks. Like, everybody's picking up the picks because you go, wait a minute, that's like $8 each, right? Don't forget about the garland, of which we have, that's okay, 800 remaining. I took Valerie's garland and I put it on the back side of my bed, on top of the headboard. It won't work on everybody's, but like I just nestled it right there and just put little stickies on either end. It's really, really pretty.
Nice touch for the holidays.
You were going to say?
I love that this is also a winter look. So not only does this work for your holiday, but this is going to take you, right through March
Harvest
for me.
through spring,
and then I will eventually switch to flowers, but this will take me all winter long.
Wreath, only 400 left. Picks, 800. Tree, 300. And mini wreath / crown, 650 remain. H478459. 5 easy payments, then you can get the collection, right? You can keep ordering after the presentation, but we're going to move on to something else that's really fun and popular. And also, I think one of the prettiest tables that we're going to have in front of us for the whole show.